Namaste students. Today we will discuss about chemical reaction equation and its types. Chemical reaction and their equation and their types. Students, as we know that in chemical change new substance is formed. New substance is formed. So it is a process in which new substance is formed. We introduce a new term, chemical reaction. Chemical reaction, it is a process in which new substance is formed, known as chemical reaction. Just for example, when carbon burnt in air, so it's reacted with oxygen to form carbon dioxide plus heat. So it is a chemical change because carbon burn in the presence of air, and in air oxygen is the supporter of combustion. That's why carbon burns to produce heat as well as carbon dioxide. Other example, hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water. It is also a chemical change because new substances form. Hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water. So it is chemical reaction because in this process we see that new substance, carbon dioxide and water are formed. So dear students, for the simplicity for the chemical reaction, we introduce a new term, chemical equation. Chemical equation. The representation of components of chemical reaction represented in terms of symbol and formula. The representation of the components of chemical reaction in terms of symbol and formula. Such type of chemical reaction is said to be chemical equation. Students, for the simplicity, we use the term chemical equation, the representation of the components of chemical reaction. Components of chemical reaction, that is, in above chemical reaction, we see that arrow sign, this indicates that carbon plus oxygen convert into carbon dioxide. So here one part is left hand side and other part is right hand side. So left hand side part is known as reactant and right hand side part is known as product. Reactant, that means substance that can take part in chemical reaction, and product, new substance formed after the reaction. So in second example of chemical reaction, hydrogen and oxygen are reactant while water is product. Reactant means reactant substance that can take part in a chemical reaction. Substance that can take part in a chemical reaction is known as reactant, while product, new substance formed after the reaction is known as product. So chemical reaction contains two parts, reactant and product, and these reactant and product represent in terms of their symbol and formula. We already know about symbol for the element and the chemical formula of the substance. So when the reactant and product represented in terms of symbol and formula, so we can get chemical equation. So for above chemical reaction, the chemical equation is symbol for carbon, we write C, oxygen O2, and formula of carbon dioxide CO2. Second one, here 1 and 2. For second chemical reaction, chemical equation is for hydrogen H2 and formula of oxygen O2, and this for water, formula of water H2O. So this is the chemical equation. To write their state symbol, we can make more informative chemical equation. So state symbol of carbon, solid, oxygen is gas and carbon dioxide is gas, H2 is gas, oxygen is gas, and H2O is liquid. So here S, symbol S for solid, L for liquid, and small g for gas. So this state symbol makes chemical equation more informative. That's why we write small s for solid, small l for liquid, and small g for gas. Then after, one thing is more important. Here we see that this arrow sign means this convert into this reactant, convert into product. But this arrow sign means is equal to. That means the number of atoms present in reactant side is equal to number of atoms present in product side, because arrow sign means this convert into this, but another meaning of this sign is that this equal to this. So we should know about either this chemical equation is balanced or not balanced. So now we will study about chemical equation, types of chemical equation. Types of chemical equation. Chemical equation are of two types. One is balanced chemical equation, balanced chemical equation, and second one unbalanced chemical equation. So in balanced chemical equation, balanced chemical equation, number of atoms present in reactant is equal to number of atoms present in product. As for example, carbon plus oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Here C plus O2 reactant and CO2 is product. We have to decide either this chemical equation is balanced or unbalanced, and as we know that number of atoms present in reactant side is equal to number of atoms present in product side. Such type of chemical equation is called balanced chemical equation. So here we see that atom, carbon atom and other oxygen atom, and in reactant side and other product side, number of carbon atom 1 in reactant side, while in product side in CO2 atom of 1 carbon atom, so here also 1, or in the reactant side the number of oxygen atom is 2 because 1 molecule of oxygen contains 2 atom of oxygen, because when atom combine then molecule is formed. So here 2 number of atoms of oxygen, while in carbon dioxide a molecule of carbon dioxide also contain 1 atom of carbon and 2 atom of oxygen, so here also 2. So we see that number of atoms present in reactant side is equal to number of atoms present in product side. That's why this chemical equation is balanced chemical equation. Now other example, other type, unbalanced chemical equation, and this is opposite form of balanced chemical equation. Number of atoms present in reactant is not equal to number of atoms present in product. Example H2 plus O2 forms H2O. So here we see that number of atom present in reactant side, and here it is product. Number of atom of hydrogen is 2, while in water molecule it is also 2, but the number of atoms present in reactant side of oxygen is 2, while in water molecule is 1, because one molecule of water having 2 atom of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. So number of atoms present in reactant side is not equal to number of atoms present in product side. So we have to balance this unbalanced chemical equation, because this arrow sign means this convert into this, as well as the number of atoms present in reactant side is equal to number of atoms present in product side. So maintain is equal to sign, we have to balance the number of atoms present in reactant side is equal to number of atoms present in product side. So by using hit and trial method, we balance unbalanced chemical equation, and in this method we use a counting number as a coefficient that makes number of atoms present in reactant side is equal to number of atoms present in product side. So dear student, we see that number of atoms of oxygen are differ in the reactant side as well as product side. So a counting number used that makes number of atoms present in reactant side is equal to number of atoms present in product side. So here we use 2 as a coefficient that makes the number of atoms of oxygen 2, because 2 molecules of H2O, 1 molecule of H2O contain 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen, 2 molecules of water contain 4 atoms of hydrogen and 2 atoms of oxygen. So after multiplication of H2O by 2 into 2, here we see that 2 atoms of oxygen, but the number of atoms of hydrogen becomes 4, and in reactant side it is 2. So it is in hydrogen side we also multiplied H2 into 2. So by using a counting number we balance the number of atoms present in reactant side is equal to number of atoms present in product side, and we see that here the number of hydrogen atom is 4 in reactant side, while in product side number of atoms also 4, and the number of of oxygen atom in reactant side is 2, while also it is 2. That's why this chemical equation is balanced. So dear students, learn more examples of balanced chemical equation and unbalanced chemical equation. Next lecture we will discuss about types of chemical reaction. So your homework: balance chemical equation. That's all. Thank you.